the US sent 5,000 men to Antarctica. They came back early and never explained why. In late 1946, just months after the end of World War II, the United States launched one of the largest expeditions ever sent to Antarctica. At the center of it was Richard E. Byrd, a highly respected naval officer, decorated pilot, and one of the few men in history to explore both the North and South Poles. The mission was officially called Operation Highjump, but from the very beginning, something about it didn't make sense. This wasn't a small scientific team. This was a full-scale military operation. 13 ships, over 30 aircraft, nearly 5,000 personnel, for a frozen, uninhabited continent. It was excessive. Official reports claim the mission was designed to train troops for cold weather conditions and to test equipment. But there was also another objective quietly listed: to identify locations for future military bases. The expedition was planned to last several months, stretching through the Antarctic summer. But it didn't. It ended abruptly, weeks ahead of schedule. No detailed explanation, no clear reason, just silence. And that silence is where the story really begins. Years after the expedition, a story began to circulate, not from official military records, but from something far more controversial: a private account allegedly written by Byrd himself. This story is said to come from his diaries, which was discovered by his son after his death. According to this version of events, during one of his reconnaissance flights, something impossible happened. At first, everything seemed normal. Endless ice, blinding white horizon, nothing but frozen wilderness. But then, the landscape began to change. The ice below gave way to something unexpected: dark patches, open terrain, and then, color, green, vegetation. In Antarctica, it shouldn't have been possible. Byrd reportedly described a sudden shift in temperature. His instruments began behaving strangely. Then came the objects. Aircraft, but not aircraft. Disc-shaped, moving with unnatural precision. Silent, watching. Before Byrd could react, something even more unsettling occurred. His aircraft stopped responding. Not malfunctioning, but controlled, as if something else had taken over. The unknown objects surrounded him, guiding his plane downward, toward an opening that shouldn't exist, a vast entry point beneath the ice. What happened next would become one of the most debated claims in modern conspiracy history. Byrd descended into the earth. Inside, everything changed. The cold was gone. The harsh Antarctic winds disappeared. Instead, Byrd described a vast internal environment: warm, lush, alive, a hidden ecosystem beneath the surface of the planet. There were rivers, vegetation, and in the distance, structures, not natural formations, but something built, something intelligent. At one point, he described what looked like a city, glowing, almost crystalline in appearance, not like anything seen on the surface world. Then came the moment that changed everything. Byrd claimed he was escorted, not by force, but with precision, to a specific location. There, he encountered something he struggled to describe. A being, not human, but not hostile, calm, observant, aware. According to the account, this entity communicated a message, not through aggression, but through warning. Humanity, it said, had reached a dangerous point. The use of nuclear weapons, specifically the destruction of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, had consequences far beyond what humans understood. These actions had not gone unnoticed, and if they continued, the damage wouldn't be limited to the surface of the planet. After the encounter, Byrd was allowed to leave. His aircraft was guided back. Everything returned to normal, or at least, it appeared to. But when he returned to the United States, the story didn't end. According to the claims, Byrd was immediately debriefed, not just by military officials, but by individuals connected to intelligence agencies. He was told, in no uncertain terms, what he had seen, what he had experienced, was not to be discussed, not publicly, not privately. Everything was classified, buried, erased. For decades, Antarctica remained largely out of the spotlight, but in recent years, that's begun to change. Satellite imagery has revealed unusual shapes beneath the ice. Some appear geometric, too precise to be natural. Pilots and researchers have reported electromagnetic anomalies, instruments malfunctioning in specific regions. compasses behaving unpredictably. There have also been increasing reports of unidentified flying objects, particularly near remote areas of the continent. Objects that move at speeds far beyond known aircraft. Objects that appear and vanish. Then there are the testimonies, accounts from individuals claiming to have been part of classified missions. Some describe discovering massive structures buried beneath the ice. Not ruins, not debris, but intact, functional. In one account, a team reportedly entered a structure partially exposed through the ice. The exterior was massive, angular, unmistakably artificial. Inside, the temperature was stable, comfortable, despite the extreme conditions outside. The walls were covered in markings, symbols that didn't match any known language or civilization. And perhaps most unsettling of all, there was no visible source of light, yet the entire structure was illuminated. These accounts have led some researchers to a controversial idea, that Antarctica was not always frozen, that thousands of years ago, it may have been home to an advanced civilization, a civilization that either disappeared or was buried. Others suggest something even more radical, that whatever exists beneath the ice didn't originate here at all. Ancient myths from cultures around the world describe beings descending from the sky, sharing knowledge, building structures, and then vanishing, leaving behind only fragments of their presence. Could Antarctica be one of those fragments? Today, Antarctica remains one of the least explored places on Earth. Nearly 98% of it is covered in ice, miles thick. Whatever lies beneath is still hidden. But as technology advances, more anomalies continue to surface. More questions, more inconsistencies. So the question remains, was Operation Highjump simply a military expedition? Or did it uncover something that was never meant to be found? Unfortunately, I don't have the answers. I'm just showing you the pieces. What you choose to believe is entirely up to you. Stay curious. Until next time, peace.